Yo! What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. How are we looking? How's the cut going? We are officially 6 weeks into the cut. Started at 202.5 pounds. Now I am 190 in the morning. The leanest I've ever been, I was like around 175 pounds. So that usually comes when my love handles go and my lower back and also like my legs start to lean out. Anyways, first meal of the day going down. Okay, we got, actually no, this is second meal. This is second meal?
Yep.
This is second meal we ate. Sorry, this is second meal of the day, okay? And in this video, I'm going to be talking about mainly diet hacks to not only get under 10% body fat, but to make your cutting progress or, you know, your fat loss plan in general much easier on yourself, considering a lot of people think of it as like very difficult to get really, you know, lean and cut, and yes, to get like quote unquote shredded. A lot of people throw around the word shredded and they're not actually shredded. Like me right now, I'm not shredded. I'm, you know, leaner, I'm more cut. For the most part, to get like super shredded, like anywhere between like 5 to 8% body fat, you have to be super strategic with your plan. And a couple different things that you can do can make it easier on not only your progress, but what?
Sorry, it's a little loud.
Dude, it's fun. Danny's making bacon. What are you making? Bacon, eggs?
Bacon, egg wrap.
Is that what you're making? You
Yep.
love those lately, hey? Anyways, it will make your progress much easier, considering like you won't be starving because you'll be doing certain things in your plan to make it just easier on yourself. So I do like a vlog and shit today too. I'm just gonna basically bring you guys through the whole entire day while showing you guys like my diet hacks and everything. But number one diet hack, French toast. Obviously this whole thing right here is like 50 grams of protein. Obviously, you know, you have the bread, you got the carbs, okay? And the second diet hack actually is sugar-free syrup, okay? You can get Edie Smith, you can get what's that stuff called, Walden Farms, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but just make sure, if you guys can see that right there, just look at the amount of like tablespoons or how many you know, mils a serving size is. So for this right here, it's 45 mils is around 30 calories, which is phenomenal, rather than having this stuff right here, okay? I'm not knocking down, you know, butter flavor table syrup, okay, but I kind of am in a way, because this stuff right here is 250 fucking calories for 60 mils. 45 mils, 60 mils, 30 calories, 250. That's ridiculous. That's like the first, I guess, like a diet hack, I would say. Not only sugar-free syrup, but also like sugar-free ketchup, mustard, zero-calorie sauces in general to make your food more enjoyable, and it will just be, you know, better in the long run. So we have to go to the gym right now, so I'm going to absolutely cover this in sugar-free syrup. I'll give you guys an update as well on my calories. So I'm currently having just under 2,500 calories right now. I started at like 2,700, and I basically decreased them by 100 every single time I plateau. So I plateaued around like 195 pounds. Like I wasn't really losing any more weight. And then around like 192, and now I'm like 190. So we'll see how this goes and see how my progress goes, and I'll probably have to decrease that eventually. And also my cardio is like every day right now for like 30 to 40 minutes. I just walk outside basically now that it's somewhat nice. In my last video, it was snowing, but hopefully no more snow for the rest of the year, or at least summer. And that's the finished product right there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that is phenomenal. I'll give you guys a little taste test, even though I've done this probably a million times with French toast, but never gets old. That's phenomenal. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to absolutely devour this. And then before we go to the gym, are we going to Costco today? We should go like after the gym. Let me go. I think we're getting propane for the barbecue. That's another, I'll talk about that later, but I'm gonna devour this right now. That was fucking hard, man. All right, so the next, like, I wouldn't really call this a diet hack, but if you guys are training heavy and you're burning a lot of calories in your training plan or your training workouts in general, your workouts in general, by you burning more calories, you can actually eat more, considering it's all about calories in, calories out, right? So if you're, you know, expending a lot of calories during the day, doing cardio, training sessions, all that, you're gonna be able to eat more, which will, you know, fill you up more, and you'll just in general feel better because you have more calories in your system and you're working hard. So that's not really a diet hack, but that's just like a hack in general. If you guys are training like 5 to 6 times during the week, that is probably optimal. You know, better than I would say like 2 to 3 times during the week, because you're not gonna be burning that many calories when you're, you know, training less throughout the week. So just keep that in mind. Calories in, calories out. All right, guys, so the next diet hack, I don't know what we're on, I think 4 or 5, but whatever. Protein ice cream. Okay, this is probably one of the biggest diet hacks out there, considering this whole thing right here, it's the size of my goddamn head. Look at this thing. Look at this thing, man. This whole thing is 331 calories, obviously depending on like what you put in it, but put a lot of ice, put a lot of frozen berries. That's how it's gonna get thick. A lot of people don't prefer putting xanthan gum in it, but in my opinion, it makes it so much thicker. Like, a lot of people don't like the consistency, but look how thick that is, man. Okay, I can't take credit for this. Obviously, this is Mr. Greg Doucette who came up with the anabolic ice cream, or whatever you wanna call it, in his cookbook, but this stuff is absolutely amazing, man. Look at this thing. Look at this. This thing is so thick, man. Like, look. Look. Straight ice cream. Look at that. It's absolutely phenomenal. Will take you a while to eat. You know, you can just place it down. You can have a couple bites. You can go do stuff, come back, have a couple bites. I'll put up the ingredients right here. I detailed it in like 2 videos ago, so I'm not gonna go over it, but this is absolutely essential in my diet. Like, I have this every single day. It doesn't matter if I'm cutting, if I'm bulking, because I just love this, especially if you get a good protein. Like, you don't have to have what I have, but salted caramel, if you guys like that kind of like caramel texture of things, or like you like a, what's that chocolate bar called? Caramel or whatever, that's like one of my favorites. This will be absolutely fire in this mixture right here. And then Danny, he likes cookies and cream. This is a very underrated flavor. Again, this is absolutely fire. You gotta have a good protein flavor in this. Don't put like a vanilla or something. That's just plain, in my opinion. Make it good. Make it how you want it. Like, put cinnamon, put all that shit, and it'll be like so much better. Again, you guys don't have to use this, but code Bret if you do pick up anything. This is diet hack number 4. Again, I'm not sure what we're on, but the next diet hack, okay? Have a lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet, okay? Especially vegetables, specifically like stuff like this, like a vegetable medley, something that you can just freeze. You can put it in the freezer. You can have it whenever you want. Just heat it up in the microwave or whatever. Lettuce, spinach, kale, stuff like that. Fruits and vegetables are gonna fill you up. You're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck in terms of having a lot of like food in one sitting for like barely any calories. Like broccoli, asparagus. I already touched on like spinach, romaine lettuce, stuff like that. I have that almost every single day because, again, that will fill you up, and it's all about filling up the stomach, okay? Especially when you get deeper into the cut, when you're getting like more hungry like all the time. So yeah, that's diet hack number 5, I would say. But this is, I wanted to touch on this because this thing's heaven, man. Like, if you've ever had a, you know, kind of orgasmic experience in your mouth, this will definitely give you that type of effect. And then if we're talking like stuff within the kitchen, if we're still talking about like diet hacks and shit, air fryer, okay? Don't sleep on an air fryer or even rice cooker, okay? I use this bad boy every single day. Basically, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'll just like throw it on, and then basically just have like a bunch of rice, throw it in the fridge, and then have it with my, you know, chicken meals or tuna or whatever. Then if we're talking about just the fridge in general, if we're talking about protein, okay? Huge diet hack. Have a lot of protein, obviously. Try and hit at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Not only for the satiating factor, because if you have like protein and then you have like a decent amount of fat in your diet, that will make you feel more full. and I've talked about that multiple times on my channel before. Having a lot of protein is very crucial for obviously building muscle, but feeling more full so that you don't have to have like a bunch of carbs to fill up the rest of your calories, if that kind of makes sense. So I try and shoot for a little bit over 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I'm like 190 pounds today I weighed in at, so I usually have at least 200, usually around like 220, 230. But in terms of like protein diet hacks, okay, Greek yogurt, look at that. Look at the macronutrients on there, okay? Per 100 calories, 17 grams of protein. That's probably the best, bang for your buck in terms of calorie to protein ratio, besides egg whites, of course, because egg whites are the holy grail of macronutrients. Look at that. Per 45 calories, 10 grams of protein. This is basically straight protein egg whites. Usually get it in the carton, or you can split it from the egg itself, but I don't like wasting the yolk. I don't like wasting food. So I already touched on coffee. You guys already know about coffee. Again, I'm not like prescribing you guys to get on like a caffeine diet or something like that, because that's not a good, path to go down, especially if you get into a caffeine addiction like myself, especially with pre-workout and shit like that. If you guys don't want to have that type of coffee, you can get my protein has like a coffee boost. There's like just a little bit less caffeine in here. There's like 100 milligrams caffeine per 1 scoop, so you can use like half of that, or just have decaf, stuff like that to, again, fill up your stomach. That's the biggest thing with cutting, is feeling full, because eventually you will get hungry and you will want to have more food. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to finish the rest of my protein ice cream here, then I'm gonna go to Costco with Danny, and I want to show you guys a couple of things that I typically pick up to help myself, stay on plan, but also to make the plan and like my progress a little bit easier, because cutting can be shit sometimes, especially when you feel like shit. Anyways, I'm going to devour this, then we're going to go to Costco. So, yeah. Steaks, potatoes, buying in bulk, $6.49. For this whole bag now. Buy in bulk, massive diet hack. This stuff, put it in your salads. So good. So fill you up too. Or kale. You guys like kale? It's fire. $11 for a full thing of this. Look at that. $11. Greek yogurt, best in the biz. Oh man, those are so man. Only 130 calories, man.
That's a diet hack right there. Yeah,
130 calories. Even those, look at that, 45 calories per bar.
Then these.
Greek yogurt, healthy choice. 100 calories per.
Popcorn.
44 bags.
160 calories per. This is unreal, man. Popcorn diet hack. Not a diet hack, but this stuff is so good. PB Fit instead of peanut butter. Stuff's so good. 35 calories per 8 grams. Alright guys, so we just got back from Costco, and I didn't really pick up much besides like the Greek yogurt, because it was just a fantastic deal. Like usually I get my stuff from Superstore. Like I don't know if you guys have a Superstore from where you live, but basically like the Greek yogurt that I get from Superstore is like $5 per, or $6 like per like tub. So I got 3 of them for, I think it was like $11. So that's like an unreal deal. I don't really need to get anything else, considering I have basically everything that I already need. But I just want to finish off this video by kind of rambling off a bunch of other diet hacks that you guys can implement into your own routines to make losing weight and fat loss much easier on yourself. I know I already tapped into like a bunch of stuff, such as like having a lot of protein to keep yourself satiated, drinking coffee to kind of suppress your appetite. You can also try fasting if you'd like, to kind of, again, like push back your meals, the air fryer right there, protein ice cream, stuff like that. And I know we also talked about, exercising and working out hard and, training super hard in the gym, because you're going to be burning more calories, because at the end of the day, it's still about calories in, calories out, right? So on top of all of that, a couple of things that you guys can do. Obviously, I know I talked about drinking water as well. Try and spread out your meals if you can, because then, you won't be eating a bunch of food in like one sitting, and then like, 3 hours later when you're hungry again and you don't have that many calories to play with, you're going to hate yourself, right? So spread out your meals meals or figure out when you are the most hungry throughout the day. So if you are a morning person, for an example, have a big meal in the morning to kind of hold yourself off until like the, later on in the night. Or if you're like myself, if you like to just push back your meal to the end of the night, that's cool as well, because again, calories in, calories out, that's the king of, being in a calorie deficit and losing weight, right? Then on top of that, try and do cardio every single day if you can. I know that's not really a diet hack, but an exercise hack, I guess, to again burn more calories so that you can eat more, and you'll just feel better, and you'll probably be more toned in general. Because for an example, if you don't do any cardio whatsoever right now, then you add in, let's say 30 minutes every single day on the Stairmaster, you're definitely gonna look more lean, and you're definitely gonna lose body fat, especially if you keep everything else equal and you just start doing more cardio basically. Obviously, choose low calorie food options. Try not to have a lot of high calorie or, calorically dense foods, such as like, stuff high in fat, so like bacon, or, a lot of peanut butter, or a lot of like fatty foods in general, almonds, peanuts. Like, I love having all those things, but I have to have it in moderation, because obviously the fat macronutrient will add up really quickly, especially because there's 9 calories per gram of fat rather than, carbs and protein, where there's only 4 calories per gram, right? And I guess some other things that you guys can do if you like to party or you like to drink, try and drink light beer, or if you prefer having hard alcohol, there is less calories in that. And if you mix it with like a diet chaser or something like that, like me personally, when I drink, I have like rum and Diet Cokes, or I'll have like, vodka, Diet Coke, something like that, because that will be like the best bang for your buck. You're having hard alcohol and you're having like a diet mixture with that, so it's not that many calories, depending on obviously how many shots of alcohol you have in that drink. And last but not least, make your food at home, okay? Trust me, it saves so many calories, especially because you don't know, for an example, when you're eating out, how many calories are gonna be in each and every meal. Like, obviously there's menus for basically everywhere you go, but they estimate for the most part. Like, that cook isn't weighing out the chicken breast. They're not weighing out the olive oil that they're putting in, adding in more fats, adding in more, overall calories to that meal. So make your food at home, make your food ahead of time, meal prep if you need to, because that will be very beneficial as well, especially when you won't be spending a lot on eating out, and you can, you can just basically track everything yourself. So yeah, guys, that's basically like my favorite diet hacks and just things I do on a daily basis to make my cutting phase or, losing weight much easier on myself. It can be shitty, especially because your hormones are all out of whack, especially, if you've been in a calorie deficit for a long time. So, yeah, let me know if you guys have any other diet hacks as well. Comment down below. Help other people out there as well. Maybe I missed some things that you do personally that you would like to, incorporate into even my plan. So let me know. Okay, comment down below. But I think that's gonna sum it up for today's video. If you're new to the channel, please like, sub, all that good shit. I'm trying to upload twice a week right now, Thursdays and Sundays, or at least once a week on Sunday or like Thursday. So yeah, sub if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye, love you. Mwah.